about Tottenham. It's not going to be about relegation. It is about who is going to win the Premier League title. How does Sunday's potential title decider work out at the Etihad Stadium? It's a showdown in Manchester. Will Arsenal snatch it? City get the job done, or can't split them on the fence?
If Man City win, they'll win the Premier League. If Arsenal draw or win it, Arsenal will win it.
So City have to win to win the Premier League title?
Yeah, I think they have to win. I do. I think they have to win. I just feel Arsenal's games, I know they're not playing well at the moment, but sooner or later, it's going to... Wow, Will, are you voting? Man City get the job done. Have you? It's changed. There's a few Arsenal fans in there. Well, we know we've got a few Arsenal fans in the gallery.
Right down the middle already. Split down the middle. Look at that. Can't split them. That should be there. And it's a draw, essentially.
Well, I think that's a good one. Can't split them.
But Pepper said today, even a draw, it's over for City. They've got to win.
No, City have to win. It's like the cup final again.
Yeah.
But Arsenal can go there. But you can't go to City and try and play for a draw. Arteta has to let the handbrake off.
But they've got some good feeling back. They got past Sporting Lisbon, didn't they? If they'd lost that and gone out of another competition,
they've not scored a goal, Will.
Yeah, but they're through to a semi-final.
Yeah, I know it will give them confidence, but nowhere near. He's got to let the handbrakes off. They play too defensively. If you play like that against City, City will beat you 2 or 3. Trust me, the way City are playing at the moment, they smell something, City. I can tell. This looks like the City of old. And I think they'll go unbeaten from now to the end of the season.
Your prediction for the game would be what, Clinton?
My prediction for the game would be City win it 2-1.
2-1, Manchester City. Well, Io's called it. Io wants to go to war there, doesn't he? Battle. You an Arsenal fan, Io?
Yeah, of course he's an Arsenal fan. He must be.
Yeah, but he didn't look nervous as well, didn't he? Look nervous talking to Connor.
Of course he's nervous. Everyone's going to be. I think every Arsenal fan's nervous. I bet Elliot's nervous now. And
Elliot looks nervous, doesn't he? Elliot, let's focus on Elliot first. We've got Kronk, the Manchester City porter in the USA, and Elliot, also in the United States of America. Come on, Elliot. I don't know if you heard Clinton earlier on. He's saying that if you don't win at the Etihad, Manchester City go on to win that Premier League title. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree. I think Manchester City still have a difficult road to navigate. They have difficult fixtures the rest of the season, and they'll probably have to win them all. Arsenal aren't in good form right now. I mean, there's simply no avoiding that. There's a lot of important players missing. But I think it's important to remember that over the course of this season, Arsenal have been the best team in the Premier League. It's not that long ago that City were on a run of 3 draws and a loss in 6. And when you have injuries and when you're out of form, you're going to drop points. But Arsenal built up a lead, and that lead now is an opportunity for Arsenal to win the Premier League without having to go to the Etihad and win. So I don't think that this is the form we'd want to be in for a fixture this magnitude, but everybody is waiting to ridicule Mikel Arteta. Everybody wants to make him out to be a joke. Your cold open did that. But this is a man who has led this team back to prominence into the last 4 in Europe, someplace Manchester City has not been in the last couple of seasons. Beat Real Madrid, something Manchester City not only didn't do, they got humiliated by them. So I think he deserves respect. I think Arsenal deserve respect for the season we're having. And I still think there's every chance that it'll result in a historic Premier League title.
Well, Elliot, by the way, the fire extinguisher idea was Clinton's. That wasn't mine, by the way.
I don't make up them ideas. Let me tell you something. Arsenal is because Elliot can speak, but their fans give it. So now they're starting to get a bit nervous. They don't like it when we, like pundits like us, give them the heat. But if you can give it out, you've got to expect it when you're not getting the results. And at the moment, they're not informed. If they lose to Man City, the games they've got coming up, psychologically, that's them missing the title. And Man City have been there, seen it and done it at this stage of the season. They've got the best manager in the world as well, who's got the experience. So that's why I think if they don't win or get a draw, the title race is over.
Look, Kronk, be honest, City haven't been fantastic this season, but they're in a position now where they can probably, and I imagine you as a City fan, Kronk, can smell blood.
Oh, for sure. I mean, did you hear how edgy old boy was? Like, can't even make fun of a little, he's on fire. He said it with his own words. And just that's the vibes all around for Arsenal at the moment. And I get it. It's second best. It gets old, getting so close. I understand. But Man City are 29-32 with wins in April. This seems to be when they get things figured out. Even last season, when they only won 1 game in 14 from October to December, they still went 6 wins, 2 draws to end the season. So this team, I seem to do very similar. There's so much changeover. Key players over the years have been in and out. For Pep and these players to have locked in as they have, it's what you want to see at the end of the season for sure.
Elliot and Crunk. All right, Elliot, because I know you came on there with mad energy and I like it. I'm going to show you the fixture list.
It's confidence.
Yeah, it's confidence and I like it. I'm going to show you the fixtures. So if Man City beat you on the weekend, Elliot, where do you feel, you look at Arsenal's running, where are the results going to come from? When you got Newcastle at home, Fulham at home, West Ham away, Burnley at home, Palace. You're probably favourable at the moment, aren't you, Elliot, if you look at that fixtures compared to City?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that complicates it is that we have a semifinal against Atleti, and as strange as it sounds, I would have loved for Manchester City to get past Real Madrid and have had 2 games against Bayern Munich in these couple of weeks and maybe additional Champions League fixtures. Look, Joe Linton won't be there for Newcastle.
Yep.
Emil Smith-Rowe and Iwobi aren't going to end Arsenal's title dreams. Of course, they would never do that. I do think West Ham away is a banana skin because they're going to be fighting relegation. Burnley at home, I think, should be easy. And Palace may have a more important game on the horizon for themselves on that last day of the season. So I think it is a relatively straightforward run-in. And let's be clear, when you're missing your best players, your form is going to suffer.
Yeah.
And I accept that there is a discussion to be had about why Arsenal always seem to be limping to the finish line with injuries. And that's a discussion for the summer and for how the squad is put together and how the squad is managed. But if we can get back a few of our key players, even if Sunday you see Martin Odegaard and Jurrien Timber out there, right? If you see Eberechi as able to start Kai Havertz at striker, you're going to feel very different than if it's Mosquera and if it's, backup players in midfield and the players that haven't maybe run the course before. So I think there is an opportunity for us to improve. But some of these players you just put on the screen, they have to be on the pitch. They can't be in the training room.
By the way, Elliot, and you're probably across this, right? But, from the press conference this afternoon, the only one that's definitely out on that list is Bukayo Saka. There's still hope for the others to play. Just, Kronk, before we come to you, Elliot, you mentioned Arteta before. And look, he has done an incredible job where he's got this Arsenal team too, and they are competing on all fronts. They might not win anything this season, but you have made progress. I accept that 100%. Do you think the stress of Arteta is actually the problem now, that the players are picking up on that more than their own stress? Because he has to get it over the line. He knows that.
I acknowledge that Mikel Arteta takes a very specific approach that involves intensity and asking not just the players, but the fans, right? The bring your dinner comment he made to really bring the intensity. And maybe there is an argument for tamping down the intensity instead of eventizing every match to make it feel so big. But I do think that people like us, myself, right? I'm in the analysis business, all of us here, we want those narratives. I still think fit, healthy players on the pitch performing is what delivers results. And that's what's going to be able to deliver results for Arsenal. I accept, as Kronk pointed out, I am nervous for Sunday because City are in red hot form. City have their best players on the pitch and we don't. But I do think the run-in still has some twists in the tail. And City haven't gone 8 wins in a row this season. They'll need to do that, in my opinion, to win the title.
Yeah, Crunk, Elliot, you make some good points. I do like it, by the way. But Crunk, tell me, are you confident? Do you think you're going to win the Premier League? I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Do you think if you beat Arsenal on the weekend, you'll win the Premier League? And then after you've answered that question, I know I'm asking you another one, but I think you can handle it. Tell me how much you're going to miss Bernardo Silva, because he's been fantastic, hasn't he? And we hear he's leaving.
I am feeling pretty confident about the match this weekend. I think City stand just as good of a chance to run and win all the games, just as Arsenal does. As Elliot acknowledged, there is an extra competition that they have to participate in that should help. At this moment in time, I would love for City to be able to be in the Champions League as well. We have staff players on the squad who haven't been able to play because there aren't all of these extra competitions. So I think that actually the extra playing time would help City a lot at this moment with players returning from health. Bernardo Silva, bubblegum, he's the man. What he represents to the locker room, like everyone's always talking about how he's getting bullied all the time. The way that he connects the squad, his fire on the pitch when a lot during last season.
Who's on fire?
Players.
He's not on fire, is he? I've got a fire extinguisher in it.
Here he goes again.
Keep ready. Exactly. And he just shows up at the right time. He knows where to be. Whatever is asked of him, he does. Just a consummate professional. He has represented the captain armband for Manchester City brilliantly all season. As Peppo said about Aguero, but we now just say after about every legend of Man City, we will not be able to replace him.
Will,
Go on.
6 Premier League titles.
Crazy. Yeah.
And you know what? Would you say he's just as good as David Silva?
Oh, that's a big step. He's my favourite ever player.
No, David Silva was a special player.
The biggest compliment you could give Bernardo Silva is he's very close to David
That's what I'm
Silva.
saying. I don't think he's David Silva, but he's very, very close.
Yeah.
What a player.
So, come on, Elliot, you set it up for us perfectly. Everyone around the world watching is going to buy into that story that you've got. There are still twists and turns to come. I mean, look, Manchester City could batter you and Arsenal could still go and win the Premier League title. That's still a possibility. But, Elliot, do you think that we are going to go to the absolute final moments of the final day here?
Well, I don't know if I'll survive it if we do, but I don't see a world where the title is decided before the last or second to last weekend. So I think whatever happens on Sunday, no matter how much people are going to want to write a narrative, draw a line under it and say it's decided, I think we're going to be sitting here biting our nails off come mid-May, still wondering who's going to lift the title at the end of the season.
Yeah. Come on, Elliot, because you're a confident chap. I like confident guys from the United States who look down the barrel of the camera and come on Fan Zone and give it all the talk. But when you do this, Elliot, we're going to ask you for a prediction now. But we know we can play this back to you next time you're on. So let's look down the barrel, Elliot, look into our eyes and tell us what's going to happen in Manchester.
I think City are going to win on Sunday. And I think it's a big job for Mikel Arteta to lift his group and remind them that nothing's been decided. I think we're just not in goal scoring form right now. And that, I think, is going to be ultimately the issue. I think it'll be a tight game like it always is, but I do think that City will.
Honest.
I did not see that one coming.
No, he's honest, Elliot. He's made some good points.
What was Kronk looking at through his binoculars? Kronk, what did you see there?
Kronk was looking at...
Oh, I saw the Premier League title in our future. That's what was.
Kronk's looking at the Premier League when Elliot said that. Kronk was like, okay.
I'll tell you what, though, we saw those fixtures. City, Everton away,
Bournemouth
away.
Bournemouth away.
Bournemouth beat them last season away.
Yeah, you're right. Still got Aston Villa to come at home, but I know it could be different, the Europa League and stuff. There's no easy games. We saw that last week.
We can all celebrate. I'm sitting next to a Palace fan here. We can all celebrate the fact that we have got to this stage. I mean, I know it's hard for you guys to take, but the drama, the jeopardy, it might have all been over a few weeks ago, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
It's all set up for Unai Emery to deliver the title to Arsenal on the final day. That's what it's all. Come on, who doesn't want that?
There we go. I didn't think about that dynamic. Yeah, City
exactly.
Villa. Will it be like City Villa when they had Gundogan, when they were 2-0 down? Remember that?
Remember that,
years ago. I know you'll be glued to the telly, guys, over the weekend, but enjoy. Kronk, Elliot, come back and speak to us soon. Brilliant call.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant call.
There we go. Right, that is, of course, Manchester City against Arsenal on Sunday. There's also